Chumash and Rashi. We are Parshat Balak, continuing the fascinating story of Bilam, the non-Jewish prophet who wants to come, hired by Balak, to curse the Jewish people. He's not the first one to get his plans foiled. It won't be the last. All right, we're on chapter 22, verse 39 in the book Bamidbar Numbers. Vayelach Bilam, and Bilam went in Balak together with Balak, right? They met up yesterday in the teachings yesterday. Vayavayu Kiryas Chutzais, and they arrived at a place called Kiryat Chutzais. You can let the Bida in. Okay, folks. Okay. Okay. So Rashi, Kiryat Chutzais. So the word Kiryat is an ear, a city, Malaya Shvakim, full of marketplaces. Chutzais means it's like a city outside. Chutz means outside. Anashim v'tav b'chutzeisehem. Men anashim v'tav b'chutzeisehem. It's interesting. It says men, women, and children, but the word actually is men and children. Interesting. That are outdoors. Loimar is saying, Re'ei v'rachem shaloi yakar elo. So they're outdoors, but it's to intimate over here, look, and have pity on these, that they should not be uprooted. Yesterday he showed them like, big metropolis, and now he's showing them, full of city full of marketplaces with people, and afraid of the Israelites that they're going to come and conquer them. So he's trying to impress upon Bilam that, you have to save us with your cursing of the Jewish people. Bizbach Balak Bakar. And Balak, who's the king of Moab, he slaughtered cattle, Mitzayin, and sheep. Yishlach Bilam, and he sent them to Bilam, the Lasarim, and to the dignitaries Asherita that were with him. It's interesting, dignitaries that were with him, seemingly they were the dignitaries of Moab. So that's a little curious. Like they were with him. That came with him, but I guess they were dignitaries, and that itself was, they were important. Makar b'tzayin, davar muat, a small amount, one ox and one sheep. Makar b'tzayin. Not exactly clear, to tell you the truth, how Rashi says it, because the term bakar and tzayin are both a singular and a plural form. You don't say bakarim and tzayinim or tzayinois. So why is he saying over here, and it's only on those words because that's what he's bringing down. Curious. Okay, not sure. Do you have non-dairy? Okay, thanks. Vayikar, and it was in the morning. Vayikach Balak is Bilam, and Balak took Bilam, the Aliyah B'Mais Baal, and he took him on top of the Baal. We'll see what Rashi will say, V'yar misham k'tzei and he saw from there a part of the people. Okay. Rashi, Bamais Baal. So Bamais means a high place, right? Ki Targumai, this should be understood according to Uncalis's translation. Leramas de Chalte, meaning the heights of deity, right? Shem Avodah Zorah. This is a name of Avodah Zorah, of idol worship called Baal. Oh, thank you. All right. Huh? Why?
Just as hot. I don't know.
Oh, you mean, oh, okay. Thank you. Bilam el Balak, and Bilam said to Balak, Beneli, build for me, Bazeh, with this here, within this, Shiva Mizbachai, 7 altars, V'ochenli, and prepare for me, Bazeh, with this, Shiva Parim, 7. You see, it's interesting. Maybe this is 7 bulls. Maybe the proof is over here because you see with the word par and parim, there is plural. And here he's using the plural because he wants 7, right? So parim b'shiva elim and 7 rams. Yas Balak kasher diber bilam. And he did. Yas means he did. Balak. Kasher as diber bilam is he spoke as Bilam spoke. V'yal Balak. And he brought up, meaning he offered, right? O Bilam, har ba'ayel b'mizbeach, a bull and a ram on each altar, right? Now Bilam says to Balak, Hisyatsev alayla secha. Stand by, meaning remain, next to your offerings, your scent offering, the elcha, and I will go, ba'ula yikare, and perhaps it will happen. Perhaps it will happen, meaning that God's going to Hashem likrasi, that Hashem is going to call for me, meaning communicate, right? Udvar ma, and a certain thing, Yareini, he will show me. He'll show me a certain thing, right? And then I'll tell you when he shows me, I'll tell you. Shefi. So he went Shefi alone. Rashi. Why is he saying he's a prophet of God? Why is he saying that perhaps that God is going to come in and communicate and speak to me? Because Eino Rugel, he wasn't, God did not usually come to speak, he says, with me by day. If you remember, till now, God only came to him at nighttime, right? Vayelech Shefi, and he went, Kitargumo, they should be understood, according to Onkelis's translation to Aramaic, Yechidi, he went alone. Lashon Shefi v'Shekret. The word Shefi is like a calmness, a quiet. Sheket means quiet. She'eni that there's silence with him. So that's what it means he went alone, meaning there's silence implying alone. Okay. V'yikar Elokim el Bilam. V'yikar. So we'll see from Rashi, here he translates reluctantly. That's in context. It's being explained that way. But it's more like in a transient manner. God, El Bilam, came to Bilam. And he said to him, as Shivas HaMizbachos Erachti. So Bilam is now, he says to God, 7 altars I have set up. Va'al par, va'ayel, b'mizbeach. And I made an offering of a bull and a ram on each altar. Rashi in number 4. Vayikar lashon arai. It's a term of transience, not permanence, right? Wasn't lashon ganai. It is a derogatory term. Lashon too must carry. It's we have a similar. It's a term that the word carry, right? That this is what its root is a seminal discharge that makes a person impure, right? Kalaimar, but so now he explains what does that mean in other words? In a difficulty, in a reluctance, and in a contempt. He didn't reveal himself God to him by day, only in order to show the love for the Israelites, right? That they're dear and beloved to him. That's why he's doing it. In other words, he's not doing it where like Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu, when he reveals himself during the day, he's doing out of the love that he has for him. Um, but here it's not for the love for him for Bilam, but for the love of the Jewish people. Shivas hamizbachos and the seven altars. Shivas mizbachos arachti enksiv kan. So it's not written over here, I have set up seven altars, but rather, Ella, al shivas hamizbachos. On the seven altars. Amar lefanav. Um, so let's see. Okay. So he says, Bilam says to God, Aveseihem shalelu, the forefathers of these, Banu lefanecha shivas mizbachos, they built seven altars for you. Meaning Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the three of them all together built. We see in the book of Genesis, he's going to bring down over here, the seven times that they built altars. And here I did it in one shot, like I'm really a special guy, right? So they and I made seven juxtaposed to all of them. In other words, equaling all of them. Avram bana arba. Avram built four. Even shamis Hashem anirei love. That he built an altar with God that appeared to him. That was when he, by the covenant between parts, when he gave him the prophetic vision of having the land of Israel. And he went from there. Biel Avram, Maria, and then by his son Yitzchak when he brought him as an offering. Yitzchak built one, even Shamizbeach. I trying to remember and Yaakov and Yaakov built two, Echad B'Shchem, Echad B'Eskel. One in Shchem, one in B'Eskel. Okay, Bial Par Ba'ayal B'Mizbeach. And I offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Avram Ella Ayalecha. And Avram, on the other hand, he only brought one ram, right? By Isaac's off, right? He only brought one ram.
Amen.
Yasam Hashem and Dabar Befi Bilam, and Hashem put something in the mouth of Bilam, V'yomer, Shuv Balak, Daber. So now God put something, a message into his mouth, right, Bilam's mouth, and he said to him, go back, right, to Balak and speak, and so he shall speak. Yashav and he returned to him, V'hinei B'chol Nitzav Allah Elosai, and he's standing by his ascent offering, Hu B'chol Sari Moav, him and all of the Moabite dignitaries. V'yisa Mashallah. If you recall, this is Sunday night's class that we had, is right here, so follow along. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, this is the begin. This is Vayisa Mashallah, and he he began to recite a parable, right? V'yomer min ha'aram yancheni, and he said that yeah, I was brought from Aram, Balak, Melech Moab, by Balak, the king of Moab. Bahari Kedem, from the mountains of the east. Arali, he said to me, come and curse for me, Yaakov, Jacob. Jacob is one of the names of the Jewish people, right? L'chazai ma Yisrael, and come and invoke God's wrath upon Israel. Arali Yaakov l'chazai ma Yisrael. So the two names of the Jewish people, Yaakov and Israel, right? The two names. Maybe one of their names isn't, special enough. So therefore, he says, do it in both names. Verse number 8. Well, how can I curse when God didn't curse? And then how could I have wrath? Hashem, God doesn't have wrath. Rashi, how can I curse when God is not cursed? When they're when the Jewish people are fit to be cursed and they're not cursed, that uh, interesting by Shimon and Levi, right? When they killed in Shechem, right? So their father Yaakov, in their sin of killing the people of Shechem, he didn't curse them; he cursed their anger. He says, "Cursed is your anger," right? Yaakov said about them when he blessed them on his deathbed. And when their father, Yaakov, when he went to his father, Yitzchak, Isaac, right, to take the blessings from Esau, right, he was fitting to be cursed. And what does Yaakov say after when Esau came in, right, the whole story there, right, they're calling in Bereshis. So Esau cried out, just, hey, so that was stolen from him the blessings of the firstborn. Jacob stole them from Esau, from Esau. So Yitzchak, Isaac answered, well, blessed he's going to be, right? In other words, he should have been cursed because he whatever, but he got no. He's going to be Mevarchim Ne'amar Eliyam de Levarach Esam. Lekalim Ne'amar Eliyam de Lekalim Esam. Likewise, it comes to the Jewish people. Right, that was in the forefathers, also the Jewish people, similar idea. Okay. Hashem, and Hashem didn't get angry. So he said, I don't have any power. Bilam tells Balak, right? I don't have any power. Right? It's not my strength, but I only know how to be intentional. I only know when is the predetermined moment, that when God is angry with the Jewish people. I know when that's going to be. All these days, he's not angry with them. From when I came to you. That's what it says. All right. Verse number 9. Okay, so this is the what we went on and what Rashi says. Oh, Sunday's class. From his beginning, I see them as mountains. So, Areno, Migbois, Ashureno, Tzurim, Areno, I see them as mountain peaks and Migbois and hilltops. Hein am levadav yishkoin. They're a nation that dwells alone. Avagayim is chashid, and from among the nations, it will not be reckoned. Rashi number 9. Kimi reish tzurim arena. Ani mistakal b'rishisam. I see them at their beginning of b'tchilas sharasheim and in their root beginnings. Ani raya. What do I see? Oisam yusadim, that they are foundation. They have a strong foundation. V'chazakim, a very powerful. Kitzurim mugvois, like rocks and hills. Allah lo ayidei avis b'imois. Right, through the merit of the patriarchs and the matriarchs, right? That's how I see them, that they're very powerful. And they are a nation that dwells apart, alone. This is what their answers gain for them, that they dwell alone. As Onkelos explains, that people are alone, destined to inherit the world. Alone we inherit the world. Right? It kind of makes sense, right? Because the world is about godliness. The world is about Torah and mitzvahs. So it's ours to inherit and to bring that message to the entire world. The world belongs to us, learning Torah. Oh boy. Okay, let's. Is chashed, and the nations they will not be reckoned. Kitargumai as onkelis. It translates it. B'amamaya layeta numdin gamira. They will not be annihilated together with the other nations. All other nations will come and go, right? Greeks, Romans, they all came and went. So we're not reckoned with the other nations that they will come and go. That's one expression. Alternative explanation. When they're happy, there's not another nation that's happy with them. That's interesting. Yeah. Even today with what's going on. The only thing, Iran was one nation that was happy. The others were like not openly happy, right? They were quietly happy. But it's only one nation was happy. And that was America. So that's interesting. This must be very messianic. Interesting. Okay. Shem b'adiyan cheneo keshe'omais b'toivai hein eichlim im kol echad ve'echad ein eila lehem in acheshben. Zeo. So when nations prosper, other nations prosper, so Israel will also enjoy the blessing, but it won't be reckoned, that benefit, that they have a benefit with the other nations. In other words, okay, let's go quick. Mama Yaakov and Mismar, that's right, Israel. Kitamas Nav, Shemais Yisharim, Achisa Kamei. So, has anyone counted the young children of Yaakov and the number of the one of the four of Israel? May my soul die the death of the upright. Oh boy, why is it running low? Oh, wasn't plugged in properly. I gotta check. Okay. Little missing and pushing it in. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, and let my end be like theirs. Whoa. He wants to be part of the Jewish people now. Imana offer Yaakov, Kitargumai, Doctor the base Yaakov. That what does it mean over here? Who can count the infants of the house of Jacob? Arba Kishiyarasu me Arba de Golim. One of the four divisions. Hmm. I don't know what that means. The four divisions. Oh, because the word Roiva over here, one of four. Yeah. So, yeah. So interesting. So Roiva over here, meaning, yeah, the divisions of four. Roiva, like the word Reva, Revi, fourth. Right, it's a fourth. Another explanation what it means. Offer Yaakov. There is not an account of all the mitzvahs that the Jewish people do in the land. You know, like that you should not um, plow with a bull and a donkey together. Right, that's called kalaim. You know, mixture of species. Caesar kalaim don't mix seeds together. Right, that's mixture of species. Ephar and para, upper saita, kietzabai. The red heifer, right? A lot of things that we do with the with dust, ashes, yeah. Red heifer and the saita. Okay, Mispara Esreva Israel, with Yosehem. A number of the quarters of Israel means also the word is interesting, means to copulate. Zera hayotzim in tasher shelahem through marital relations. Thomas nafshim noisi yisharim shebehem. In my soul, not be a death, to be among them. 11. V'yemer Balak Bilam mashisali. So Balak responds out to Bilam, what did you do to me? I took you this curse, my enemies. And look, you blessed them. Yeah, and he responded, and he said, Bilam, is it not that what God will put in my mouth, and that's what I will guard and care to say? Psh, wow, amazing. Okay, it's only the beginning of the blessings. All right, folks, we will be with you in about 3 minutes or so with with